Hey cousins, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Chrissy Pips. Now in today's video, we're reviewing chapter 5 of our book, Outwitting the Devil. Now this chapter starts with Mr. Earthbound, or Napoleon Hill, giving the devil his declaration of documenting the devil's strategy so that he can share the information with the world and people can break free of the devil's grip. We go into how flattery, failure, and propaganda are used to create new drifters, and we also go over 10 steps you can use to save yourself from drifting. But as always, if you're here, you're interested, so let's get into it. Will be live. No matter what the bad habit is, there's a way to break it. No matter how fearful you are, there's still room for optimism. It doesn't matter how far you've drifted, you can always be brought back to the path that takes you to your definite purpose. Let's start out with flattery. Now, flattery doesn't seem like it can be used against you, right? Well, flattery is another tool to get you to drift. Flattery is expressed through the tools of vanity or egotism. Tell a woman she's pretty, smells nice, or dresses well. Or tell a man that he's handsome, strong, smart, and then let the drifting begin. Let a woman bat her eyelashes and speak to a man with a soft tone, telling him how great his ideas are or how smart and handsome he is, or any combination of both, and he'll turn to putty because of his own ego, right? Well, this is a technique that's used if sex appeal doesn't work or when it works but a woman wants to make sure it worked. What about failure? The devil uses that too. Most people don't continue to try when they fail because it breaks their morale, destroys their self-confidence, enthusiasm, it kills their imagination, and stops definiteness of purpose in its tracks. If somebody fails enough. Now, look back in history at every great success that has ever been born. And if you look hard enough, you'll see that the people who have seen the most success have also had and suffered the most failures. Instead of stopping, they use those failures to move forward. The book goes on to repeat that not one person out of 10,000 will continue if they are met with failure 2 or 3 times. Not even one person out of 10,000. Now, propaganda is another tool that's used, but this one is a little bit tricky. Mixed in with world news, it's hard to decipher. Propaganda is when people are being influenced without knowing that they're being influenced and without knowing the source of the influence if they do know. The trick is used in business between employers and employees, the government between the government and the people, between husbands and wives, church and state. The tricky part about propaganda is that it seems more harmless than what it actually is. It starts with a bribe. The best bribes are mixed with love, money, sex, the option of gaining something for nothing, like when you gamble, vanity, egotism, drugs, to have a life after death, to be a hero or a heroine, the desire for food, the desire to be a master over people or intimidate people. It's a lot of ways that propaganda can be used, or the bribes can be used in propaganda. Now, this list can be used on anyone at any time, at any age, and in any combination, and be successful. All these things are used by dangling one of those things in front of somebody and then snatching it away. Because remember, the key to get people to drift is repetition. If you dangle love in front of somebody so many times and they fail at it, or you dangle money in front of somebody so many times and they fail at it, there is the beginning of the drift. Remember, once most people fail 2 or 3 times, they just stop trying. Propaganda is used on young people most often because they're easily bribed because they lack the life experience to know when they're being bribed, and because they'll remain drifters for the longest because of their age. Now, let's get into the 10 steps that can save you from drifting. And these steps will be linked in the description box below, just in case you want to write them down. Number 1, think for yourself. The only thing you have complete power over is your ability to think and control your thoughts. Number 2, decide exactly what it is that you want from life and create a plan for getting it, and be willing to make the necessary sacrifices. Number 3, learn the lessons that are in your failures. Number 4, be willing to give in order to receive the material things that you wish for, but remember to give first before receiving those things. Number 5, realize that your brain receives information if you tune in. Make sure that you remember that infinite intelligence is always trying to tap in, and it's able to be reached. It gives you the ability to transmute your thoughts and desires into their physical equivalent. Number 6, if you don't already have good time management, get good time management skills, since time is your second greatest asset outside of your ability to think. Make sure you use your time wisely. Number 7, fear is just a filler for the unused portion of your mind. So make sure that you're being diligent in filling that space with faith in your ability to succeed and attain your desires. Keeping a positive mental attitude is key. Number 8, when you pray, don't beg. Demand what you want and insist upon getting exactly that, and no substitutions. Number 9, recognize that life is cruel and you can master it or it can master you. Don't accept the things from life that you don't want. And if you are by chance put in a situation where you're getting those things that you don't want, just remember that you can refuse them. And if you do so strongly enough, they'll make a way for the things that you do want to show up instead. Remember, defeats are temporary as long as you let them be temporary. And then lastly, number 10, remember your dominating thoughts and the law of attraction will bring you what you think about. Be careful about what you spend your time thinking on. The point is, be definite in everything that you do and never leave anything unfinished. Form a habit of reaching definite decisions in everything that you do, and make sure to keep a positive mental attitude while you're doing it. But that's going to end today's video right here, you guys. Now, next week on Mindset Monday, we're going to get into chapter 6, which is hypnotic rhythm. Now, as always, I hope you guys are having an awesome and productive day. And I'll see you guys Wednesday, right? For 101 Wednesday? Okay. Let me know if you have any suggestions for any content on 101 Wednesday in the box below, because I need some new ideas, you guys. I need to know what you want help with, right? But I'll see you guys later. Thanks for coming.